Well, we've made it to October, so welcome to eclipse season. I know, I should have just done jazz hands to like emphasize that. I could have done that a little more dramatically. I do have a Gemini moon, but I decided to tamp it down a little bit because the eclipse seasons are going to be interesting. A little intense, they always are, but this is very interesting. So it's not as, the placements aren't as bad as last year, as last October and November, but definitely some interesting stuff. So I'm not going through all the transits, but I'm going to try to hit the highlights here. October. We kick off October with, on the 4th, having Mercury go into Libra. Libra is not a bad place for Mercury. Mercury's pretty happy in Libra. Not as happy as he was in Virgo because Mercury rules Virgo. So he's very, very happy there. Mercury in Libra, it's okay. It's pretty chill. You know, needing some balance. Love that. On the 8th, we have Venus moving into Virgo. Now, this is a fall position for Venus. Venus does not like being in Virgo. Venus does not enjoy persnickety, analytical Virgo. I can't imagine why. But this is not the happiest place for Venus. It is better than having Venus retrograde. I think we can all agree to that. But it is the fall position for Venus. On the 10th, we have Pluto going direct at 9:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is great. Pluto kicked off retrograde season, and now he's going direct, and the rest of the planets are going to follow. Yay! So glad for this. All right, on the 12th, we have Mars moving into Scorpio. This also is a good thing. Mars has been in Libra, and Mars in Libra is very passive aggressive. So Mars moving into Scorpio is strengthening. It's a really good place for Mars. We're happy. Moving on ahead. On the 14th, we have our new moon in Libra and our solar eclipse. So not only do we have the moon and the sun conjunct with this new moon in Libra, we also have Mercury conjunct this nice little solar eclipse. So we're going to be working with a lot of communication here, especially those of you that have a lot of Libra placements. So make sure that you are on your path. Make sure you are, working your plan. I like to say that lately. I don't know why. Do you know why, Mouse? On the 22nd, Mercury moves again. Mercury moves into Scorpio. Again, Mercury's pretty chill in Scorpio. Everything seems good. This is where we sort of dive deep into our secrets. Maybe we're not communicating as much. Maybe we're holding some stuff back. It's not bad. It's not a bad thing. On the 23rd, we have the sun moving into Scorpio. Excellent Scorpio season. Gotta love that. On the 28th, we have a full moon in Taurus. The sun's in Scorpio. We have a full moon in Taurus, and we have a lunar eclipse. Yes. So we have the lunar eclipse, and this is going to affect, again, Scorpio placements. The reason why it's affecting Scorpio placements so much is because that Jupiter retrograde is definitely affecting people that have Scorpio placements, feeling like maybe they don't have enough in certain areas of their life. Look and see where Scorpio is in your chart, what house it's ruling. Take a look and see. Then, to cap it all off, and it's one of our favorites here, right? Halloween on the 31st and the start of Samhain. It takes us into November 1st. So really an excellent time. Excellent time. So we end the month. We end October with 4 planets in Earth, 5 planets in water, the North Node in Aries, 1 tiny little placement of fire with North Node in Aries, and nothing in air. So this is challenging. And again, I'm not talking about asteroids. I didn't even mention asteroids. But this is huge. So we have a lot going on with keeping grounded in our emotions. Keep that in mind as we go through the month, and let's see what we have for your individual numerology. Are you ready for that, Mouse? I'm ready. Hello, Life Path 5. Oh, yeah, here we are, October. The eclipse energy is going to be a big deal for you this month. So is like the placement of Venus, because October for you is a 22-4 month. And I think, who was it? I said 3. Life Path 3. I was like, you get 2 for 1 this month. So this is definitely... there's definitely a lot going on for you this month. I think this is going to be a great month to get grounded. Now, Life Path 5, you are very energetic. You're very passionate. You're very social. You're dynamic. You're engaging. You get out there. You're all about movement and being a jack of all trades. So when you're in something, you can probably do like many different jobs and be really good at them. You're very versatile, very adaptable. Your life is about those pivotal changes and having that like unpredictability of life, embracing that and having those ups and downs. Now, we do have to sit back occasionally and ground ourselves, even though it's all about a time of fun and passion and change. Like, you embrace that part of life, but the other part of life is what the 4 brings in, and the 22 for that matter, because the 22 does carry the foundation of the 4. The shadow side that you carry is restless energy, difficulty to harness. It's difficult for you to harness your energy and unable to move beyond imagined limitations. So the challenges that come with that is like getting a little nervous. I mean, it can manifest from there. That's what I want to say. Mercury isn't in retrograde anymore, and I'm having a problem with my words. We're not going to talk about that. The lesson of the 5 is to harness your energy, like any successful athlete, to give you the freedom to go beyond your limitations. So harnessing your energy is something that you need to learn. And being in a 22-4 month is definitely going to help you do that, Life Path 5. So when you're in a 4 period of time, this is a time to build. This is a time of hard work. It's a time of manifesting. Manifesting is not about just sitting, in a lotus position and going om or lighting a candle. No. It's about those things, but it's also about working towards your goals as hard as you can and building a solid foundation. That's what you have the opportunity to do this month. It's a time of getting grounded and structuring, building those structures in business, in family, in relationships, in friendships. Whatever it is that you have, you're building those kinds of structures. This is a great time for you to remove the clutter in your physical life, in your spiritual life, and to organize everything, even if it's just organizing your thoughts and your mind. Be patient with yourself, because this is a manifesting time, so you really need to be patient with yourself. Even though this is a very constructive time, it's also very practical. So having that systematic, industrious, builder sort of energy going on is very grounding, and it gives you lots of endurance. This is the lesson of the 4 is really, this is perfect. Taking one step after another with patience and open-mindedness. That's something that 5s do have a hard time understanding, is patience. And I love me some 5s, but one of my kids is a 5, and wow. So the shadow side of a 4, before I dive into the 22, the shadow side of a 4 is overwork can cause stress. We don't need that. Closing your mind to new or different ideas, not a good idea. Being argumentative, and because you're argumentative, you can't be imaginative with the way that things could really happen. Being too serious about your problems, and impatience with the time it takes to build or restructure any kind of relationship or business. Yeah. So the 22 carries the foundation of the 4, but the 22 is the spiritual healer component of the 4. It's a spiritual master, again, a spiritual healer, definitely a counselor. They like to build and strengthen relationships. They're the arbitrator, an environmentalist. Very, very intuitive time for you, Life Path 5. This is a beautiful time to really get with your intuition and strengthen that relationship with your intuition. There's usually a lot of guides that come into you during a time of a 22-4, during those years or during those times. But the shadow side, well, before I get to that, again, this is a very practical energy. This is a very practical spiritual master, a very practical healer. Very much a luminary energy, but very practical with it. The lesson of the 22 is to push through procrastination and feelings of overwhelmment in order to embrace their true life's purpose. The shadow side, as you may have figured out, is being a procrastinator, giving up easily, worrying, feeling like there's too many problems to solve, feeling like there's conflict. Well, there's a lot of conflict between those inner feelings and practicality. And that is going to be a pull for you, because you have all of these feelings, Life Path 5, but the 22 and the 4 are very, very practical energies. Keep that in mind. This can definitely lead to being overwhelmed, to feeling that overwhelmment. So again, make sure that you're working with your energy, not against it, and you're harnessing it in a practical way. This is a fantastic time for you to get grounded, because in November, you are definitely going to be looking at a lot of changes. I know. It's going to be great though. I mean, it always can be. Is how you see it, is how you vision it. So watch out for the eclipses this month, but definitely Venus. Venus has a lot to do with relationships, and Venus can be really handy with manifesting, because Venus also rules Taurus, which is the material side of that planet. I love it though. All right, so I am pulling from 2 card decks this month. It's just the 2. Goddess Guidance Oracle deck and the Healing Oracle Crystal Reading cards. I'm pulling from these 2. I didn't add in a 3rd deck this month because I felt like the eclipse energy was enough. So that's what we're staying with. And I dig it. Yeah. And I mean, I'm still in September, because I'm, doing these in September, and I feel the eclipse energy already. As much as you're used to changes here, 5, I think that this does give you a nice little breathing room to get some stability, so that when you're making all these changes, when you're being adaptable and versatile in your nature, that you can have some stability with it. Ooh, Kuan Yin. Love this. Compassion. Oh my gosh. Sitting in the lotus position. Hey, Mouse. He's not been dipping into all of the readings today, but he has dipped in once or twice. He's such a good boy. And Jasmine's such a good girl. Scolecite. Oh, wow. That's a powerful one. Okay. Oh, I guess I should read Kuan Yin first. Mercury's not even in retrograde anymore. I can't keep up. Okay, Kuan Yin, compassion. Release judgments about yourself and others and focus on the love and light that is within everyone. All right, and Scolecite. Peace. What's going, maybe that's what the grounding energy of the 22-4 is going to do for you, is it's going to give you time to like release these judgments, because this is about, the 4 especially is about removing clutter and organizing your life, but it's spiritual and physical clutter. And the Scolecite is peace. The medicine of the Scolecite is a powerful ally to assist in mastering the essence of inner peace. Scolecite is made up of hundreds of tiny slithers of white hair-like shards. Each shard acts like a laser beam of pure white light energy coming from the cosmos, constantly channeling the love and peace from the universe into everyone who finds his or her way into its field. It brings the light of divine peace into the darkest depths of your being, illuminating and purifying the soul and offering the medicine of inner peace. And the 22 is all about being a healer. And I think that does have a lot to do with peace, personally. Enhances a deep sacred space of meditation and relaxation, promotes inner peace, tranquility, supports you in the awakening of your inner wisdom, and allows access to deeply held subconscious memories for transformation. It assists in purification and illumination of the soul. Wow! So this is really a month for you to work on yourself, to work on your inner self, and to ground and to like heal through some of these things and build a strong foundation so that you can move forward. Yay! I'm so excited for you, Life Path 5. So that's your mission, should you choose it. Thank you so much for joining me this month. Don't forget to check out my website at metaphysicalroundtable.com, because I still have the first week of October, I'm still running my reading specials, and I also have some giveaways that I'm doing. So make sure that you check that out and follow the directions on how you can get enrolled in the giveaways. And you don't have to sign up for anything, I promise. I gave you a couple of options. Thank you again. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful October. Enjoy these eclipses, and until we see each other again, get out there and make your magic. Bye.